Hello everyone, welcome to the LVO 2022 coverage. This is a pre-interview with Gavin, who is about... Gavin, who...
You say my last name wrong.
How do I say it, dude? Tell me how do I say it? Grigger. Gavin Grigger. Gavin Grigger. Gavin, we've run the player stats. You're one of the most successful Age of Sigmar players in the world at the moment. How do you feel about that?
Dude, I guess I'm pretty good. I travel a lot. That's why I'm successful. I travel a lot to tournaments, play a lot. There's a whole lot of people that are all at the same skill level, in my opinion. And it's just, I have more scores because I travel more. But there's a certain level of play that you can achieve that produces minimal mistakes. And that's where I think a lot of people... Long answer.
It's a good answer, though.
Sorry.
That's a good answer. How's it been going up until now? How's it been?
I have to leave. I'm playing. I'll talk to you after.
Good luck, Gavin. Good luck. Good luck.
Thanks.
Good luck. All right. Okay. Perfect. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wargamer. I'm your host, Rob. We're live. Just going to be going over to one of the losers at the event. 3 and 2, Mr. Joe Pagano. Joe Pagano, tell me how's the LVO 2022 been going? Talk to me.
Well, it's been great so far. Minimal gates, which has been not so exciting. I love a good gate. There's been no gates. Just the one where the guy told me to fuck myself.
I got stuck behind a gate earlier today.
Noah got stuck behind a gate. Dayton O'Brien almost got arrested for wearing booty shorts. It's been sick. Here he is right now. Dayton O'Brien, the wanted man. Security was here yesterday looking for him, or the day before. It's been a wild weekend, man. This has been a time of a lifetime. I'd like to give a shout out to particularly Jacob Berry at all times. At all times, Jacob Berry. I would say that this is a very exciting time to be alive, and I think Gavin's got a good chance of taking us out.
We need the mouth. We need the mic slightly closer to your mouths, if possible.
It's hard to do this. Are you with the mic?
No, it's in both.
Yeah. That's good.
Feral
Yeah.
Forest.
So, we've got a Gavin picture. Hey, do us a favor. We've got a picture of Gavin. We need a picture of Levin. We need a WhatsApp picture. Get Dayton to get a picture of Levin. We need it for the overlay. WhatsApp it me.
Need a picture.
Picture of Levin. What up?
Can you
What up,
get a
gang?
picture and then WhatsApp it to Rob?
I'll give a verbal description. He's currently wearing a shirt a little too short.
We need to take a profile picture.
Yeah,
of
love
him.
hearts, big loves. Okay, welcome to easily the hackiest stream that's ever happened.
No. His belt is very twisted. I don't know how he puts his belt on like that. It doesn't hold or it's impressive. Like I said, his shirt is a little short. He's dressed smartly. He's got some dark blue jeans on. They're a little high for my taste. He doesn't have much of an ass.
Perfect.
He does. Yeah.
All right.
He's got no ass.
He's got no ass. Okay, this is good. This is why I'm probably going to turn off your commentary for the entire stream. Probably useless, is what I'm going to say.
Well, thank you, Rob. I've been your friend for years, and I love you very much.
Joe, we can hear you better. Joe Cryer, we can hear you better if you swap it round.
Okay.
No, just message him and say we need an actual pic. Thanks. Hey, Joe.
What do you need us to text you?
Picture
No,
of
That's it.
the profile to Rob.
There we go. Joe, yes.
Okay.
Which Joe?
Better?
Which Joe?
Oh,
You're talking to both of us.
Pagano. I can hear Joe Cryer. I can hear Joe Cryer way better. Yeah, I can hear you still well. Joe Cryer, I can hear you well. I can't hear Joe Pagano at all. Let's go.
Okay, we swapped the headphones already, so it's not him.
What is it? Maybe it's my fucking face.
Maybe your face.
Yeah, his face is too big. All right, maybe his face. We're putting it into
give me
here.
a tour of the
Back
give
with
me a
Dayton.
tour of the venue, please. Can I have it? Dayton O'Bray. Thank you, Dayton.
Mm.
All right.
It's
Okay.
flipped over.
Good. So we got the lists. There we go. We got the list. So there's the table. Are they starting to deploy yet? Can we find that out?
Nope. Yes. Devon took attack.
Okay. All right. So how many drops are each? How many drops is each list? Give me that. All right. I'm going to start. You guys are table bosses now. I'm not talking to you, but I might ask you for interviews. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the coverage of the LVO 2022 final. The top 8 is over, and we're into the final match here. I'm joined by my table boss, Matt, is helping me. This is Matt. Matt's done a lot of the background tech. Thanks, Max, setting up for this. So big shout out to him. They're both one drop, so the roll off to go first is pretty important. There you go. You can see. Thanks to Joe for doing the setup. So this is going to be our coverage for the weekend. Well, just for this one game, actually. As you can see, you've got Gavin with his Living City list. Let's take a look at the lists. That's a great point. You can type ! lists, or as you can see there are the lists. Gavin's rocking a Sorceress, who's the general with the Master of Magic, which is your re-rolling casts. And then you've got Deralia, and then you've got the Free Guild General. 30 Free Guild Crossbowmen. We haven't seen them deployed yet. 10 Free Guild Crossbowmen, 10 Dread Spears. Then 4 Draco Guard and 4 Stormdrake Guard. Let's not forget those 4 Stormdrake Guard. There you go. You can see them right there. Thank you very much. Great work, cameraman. There's our 4 Stormdrake Guard, as you can see, and our 4 Dracos, and there are our crossbows. They're a very Joe Purcell style of paint, which is not much, but that'll do. We'll talk more about those lists in a minute. On the other side, he's up against Levin, kind of the hero of the moment. Can he do it? He's got a Vampire Lord. He's got, with the Command Trait Pack Alpha, he's got the Necromancer. He's got the Vengori Lord. Keep it on there, please, Joe. Thanks. Gorslav the Gravekeeper. And then Big Fort Drug Kicker. Can we see Big Fort, please? There he is. There's Big Fort Drug Kicker himself. 35 wounds of kicking ass. Absolutely. Then he's got 60 zombies, another 60 zombies, 10 skeletons, and 1 corpse cart with the Bale Fire Brazier. Big old zombie gargant. Now, I know what you're asking yourselves. Hey, Rob, what's the battle plan? It's a great question. There you go. We're playing Feral Foray. Okay, so there are 6 objectives on the board, 3 in your territory, 3 in your opponent's territory, and you score a victory point for 1, you score another victory point if you hold 2, and another victory point if you hold more than your opponent. But the important part is you can burn your opponent's objective if you get within an inch of those deployment zones. So on the left-hand side, you can see Gavin. Now, Gavin, as a player, if we talk about it, Gavin's got such a successful record in Age of Sigmar. He's had a 4-1 with Cities of Sigmar. He's had a 5-0 with Daughters of Cain, a 4-1 with Beasts of Chaos, a 5-0 with Seraphon, a 3-2 with Maggotkin. I mean, that's not his fault. That's a Maggotkin book. And he's up against Levin. Some shade there. He's up against Levin, and Levin has only played 1 game. Not 1 game, 1 tournament, sorry. He's played 1 tournament. There you go. Oh, no, 2. That's not true. It's Lavon. Sorry, Lavon. He played Raid Harvest GT. He's Canadian. And then Game Night AOS GT, so 2 and 3. So this is really a battle of the border. This is America. Gavin is repping the Texas boys, and then Levin is is representing the good old Canadian colony. So that's the real question. In the background, you can see the judge. He's been working out a lot. He's in a singlet, a Nike singlet. He's been working out super hard. He's been working out super hard. Now, both lists... give us a quick look. This is the LVO 2022, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Yeah, Joe, let's do it. Let's have a tour. As you can see, a lot of people keeping their eyes on this match. There's some waves. So this is the final, a culmination of 176 players. These 2 players have already played 2 games today, having played 5 games over the past 2 days to put themselves in this position. So yeah, this is a pretty big match. This is again also for a huge amount of ITC points. Now, some of you somewhere around the world sent a pic of Gavin via Twitter. Okay, that is a long walk for a short trip. There's also one in my WhatsApp. Excellent. Sorry, gang. We're just making sure we get the overlays. As you guys know, we weren't really planning on doing this today. We weren't planning on doing this today, so we are hanging it out. The main shout out. Are you talking to? Yeah, you talked to some people in the chat. Oh, you haven't. There you go, my phone. The main people that we should obviously concentrate on is Joe Cryer, our man in the field, Mr. Joe Cryer. Joe, do you want a selfie camera for a moment and just give everyone a hello in the chat, just so everyone can see who's being. There's Joe. What a legend. Thank you to Joe. Can we get some loves in the Joe for chat? Joe's offered to live stream the whole thing from his phone. So thanks, Joe. You're a superstar. He's also our table boss for today. So if it wasn't for Joe, and the fact that my girlfriend made me some dinner before we got started today, we wouldn't be here. Also, Matt, intern Matt, shout out to him, and Dayton as well. There's Dayton in the background providing security for the Tough Cuff crowd. Hopefully bought a charger. He did. But if he doesn't, don't worry. We've got a backup phone in case. Yeah, so big love to Joe. Thanks very much. Now, I guess it's time in the chat for you guys to have a vote. You guys can press exclamation mark lists at any point. There's all sorts of things we're going to be able to bring you if you guys don't know. Here's a scorecard. We'll be able to see who gets the first turn. When it gets, well, we'll update it. So that'll be the scorecard. We'll be able to see battle tactics that have been done. If it wasn't for our man intern Matt, we wouldn't have the Soulblight Gravelords ones inputted, but they are inputted. Joe, if you can get a shout out. Joe, if you could shout someone to get a picture of Levin, just one pick. That's all we need. Yeah, that'll do. We've got one. Don't worry. We've got one. We're all good. So, yeah, you can type exclamation mark lists. You'll be able to see the lists. And then we'll see. So I'm going to just run a poll in the chat. It's time for you guys to decide who you think is going to win. Okay? So, who will win? Cities of Sigmar or... yeah, which of the two terrain are impassable? There are two pieces of terrain that will go down that will be impassable. Obviously, they're just deploying terrain at the minute. So just for everyone at home to Joe's going to keep it on the table for a minute so you guys can see. The terrain is being picked. Now, in this particular tournament pack, it's player-placed terrain. It's kind of a good way of avoiding like having to set up each one of the tables in such a massive event. So it's player picked. Two of the pieces of terrain will be garrisons, which means they'll be impassable. Two more will be wildwoods as well, which means if you draw a line of 3 inches across, then they're going to be obscuring, which is going to be important. Now, obviously, dragons not making it to the final inside Stormcast Eternals is a big deal. However, inside Cities of Sigmar, they've been doing quite well at this event, actually. So it'll be fun. Now, there's a poll in the chat for anyone who wants to vote on who they think is going to win. This is Canada versus the USA. This is Gavin representing the USA versus Levin representing the big state of Canada. I think that's how they describe it. Levan. Levan. Sorry. Levan. I'm going to get it right. I apologize. Tell you what, he's a big unit, is Levan. Hey, Joe, let's not talk to them too much if we can. We don't want to disturb any of them, which would be good. But that, yes, Gavin representing Harambe's Heroes down in the south of America, Texas, I think it's called, is the name. And I'm not exactly sure where Levan is from, if anyone can give me that. But there is a big vote in the chat. You guys get to vote right now on who you think is going to take out the event. And thanks for joining us live. Big shout out to Joe and everyone else. This is big. It's Canada versus Texas. Get it right, please. Thanks. Okay. All right. Okay. Go Texas. Thanks for donating gift subs. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for being here. Shout out to Joe in the field. There you go. You can see the field. Those objectives. Again, just to remind everyone who's just joined us, this is important. We're playing Feral Foray. You can check it out on Warhapedia. Honest Wargamer is actually sponsored by Warhapedia. No, that's not true. We sponsor their Patreon. Or are we Warhapedia? We're not sure. But there are 6 objectives, really important. Let's talk about how the list might play into this battle plan. 6 objectives, and you can burn them after turn 2, basically. Now, this is going to be pretty easy for Levan and his Soulblight Gravelords list to be able to hold some of those objectives pretty well. He's got those 2 big bricks of 60 zombies, right? Those 2 big bricks of 60 zombies right there. Okay, and we've just heard Levan. Levan is from Toronto, is what we've just heard. So it's Toronto versus Texas. It's the Battle of the T's, yeah? Last time Battle of T happened, the English lost pretty successfully over there. That is why I'm not there, that's true. Ontario is bigger than Texas. Listen, have your Canadian and US debate in the chat. Don't bring it towards me. I don't need it. Okay, so we're working out what the terrain is now. Okay, so yeah. So what up, chat? Thanks for joining us. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Obviously, it's going to be... I would expect it to be super dazzling. I'm going to be commentating on my own for the evening. But thanks to Joe Cryer and the rest of the team, just because of the technical setup. Unless, Matt, you want to stay and do commentary for 3 hours. Matt says no. Okay, that's a big no then. Grave sites. We're going to try and find out where the grave sites go down. Joe, that's going to be fairly important for the lists. Just to talk about the lists again, so you guys can see. Those 2 big blocks of 60 Deadwalker zombies. Don't forget, we've got the pile-in 6 inches, and then the mortals on 6s to hit. Now, the Necromancer's obviously got Van Hell's Dance Macabre, which is going to be able to make them pile in and attack again. We've got the Vengori Lord as well. He's pretty good. He's going to reduce Ren coming in by 1. And Gorslav, the Gravekeeper, is going to be pretty important in this list. So if we can find, if there are grave sites going down at any point, Joe, let us know. But don't stress too. Okay. Grave sites are going down right now. You're not on your own. We're all here with you. Thanks, gang. This is pretty wild. I tell you what, the video quality is better than the cameras we normally use. I might do this permanently. Don't worry. Eventually, Joe is going to just put his phone on a box. He won't be holding it for the whole time. Right. I am at Worlds. We will be doing live coverage of the AOS Worlds event. So, yeah, congratulations to Team Canada for picking up Bro to Pro as a good little merc in the chat. So it's 4 dragons, 4 fulminators versus 4 and 30 crossbowmen for the Cities of Sigmar. So we should talk about what's in Gavin's list. Gavin's list is pretty important, just for you guys to know. So there you go. You guys can see. You've got those 30 Free Guild crossbowmen, and then you've got the 4 Dracothian Fulminators and the 4 Storm Drake Guard. Now, the important point is that they're going to be able to, and thanks for subbing, by the way. Is this being streamed with a potato? No, it's not being streamed with a potato. It's being streamed with a phone, you stupid bitch. Yeah, we're streaming, yeah, because they don't want to. The final, it's midnight, and I'm doing this so you can have a good time. So shut up and enjoy yourself, right? Thank you to Joe for doing this for free. Big love to you, right? Right. Anyway, so we're seeing yeah, big love to Joe in the chat. Yeah, all the love to Joe for doing this. Joe, you can stand still for a minute. That would be great. It'll be good. Thanks for the bits donations. So that's Levin on the right-hand side. So that's the Soulblight Gravelords player. So he's from Toronto. Thanks for donating bits. Big love. Rob, don't make me turn this stream around. Right, so this is looking pretty good. We don't know where... Are those grave sites I see in the middle, Joe? Okay, so as you can see, we've got 2 grave sites in the middle and then 2 in Gavin's objective, okay? So those are the blue objective markers that you can see on the screen. That's actually pretty important. So if Joe stays still for even a slight moment, you'll be able to see. So these ones here, these ones here, these ones here, and these ones here. So as you can see, those objective markers on the screen, those are the grave sites that are there. So now they're going to be really important for... being able to resurrect those units of 60 zombies that are in Levin's list, which are pretty important. Thanks, Obi Watts, for donating 5 gift subs. Big love to you. I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. We will also be updating the scores. I'm learning how to update the scores today, so it's going to be pretty fun. We'll keep track. The choice to go first, I think, if I'm right, the choice to go first is Gavin's. We're just going to get our table boss, who is Joe, to let me know at that point, at some point, I think. I say Gavin, so Gavin is a 1-drop, and Levan is a 5-drop. So Soulblight Gravelords on the left-hand side, they're 5-drop. And then the Living City list is a 1-drop. Now, Gavin's got so many options here. He's got that unit of Stormdrake Guard 4 and 4 Fulminators, which he can keep off board. And obviously, he can bring them on, shoot, use a command ability to move one of them, and then charge after. So he's got some really good power from both of those 2 punching units. And he's got those 30 crossbowmen in his backfield to clear a screen. The thing is, he probably wasn't expecting to play in the final against 60 zombies as a screen. That's a big screen, okay? The Walking Dead, or as I like to call it. No, I'm not going to say that. But... okay, so Gorslav is down. Gorslav is in the back right-hand corner where Joe is showing us from. Is that right? Right next to the judge. Yeah, the judge who's there. So the judge on the table for the whole shebang, making sure nothing untoward goes hand. So shout out also to the Frontline Gaming Network. This is their event, the LVO, so the FLG. So I'm really, really happy that they didn't have any problems with us streaming the event. And also a big shout out to the TO of the actual event. So Scott Reed, huge shout out to him. A special thank you for him for letting us do this. And a thank you to, obviously, the players for letting us be a part of this pretty epic event that's going to be happening soon. So yeah, huge love in the chat. Now there is a vote in the chat for to see who you guys think will win the event. Currently, the vote in the chat. Let's have a look right here for you guys. Looks like you think it's neck and neck. The vote is neck and neck. That is crazy. I cannot believe that you guys think it's neck and neck. At the minute, we'll see. There's only a few minutes left on this vote to see who you think's going to take it out. Cities of Sigmar with the Dragons versus Texas Cities of Sigmar Living City Dragons. Toronto and Canada Soulblight Gravelords. Yeah, 60 zombies. Gorslav. That's the real question. And there you can see the pictures of both Gavin and Levin. Huge shout out to intern Matt for getting them on the screen for us, which is pretty good. So with Living City, can you drop the dragons, shoot, then move them at the end of the shooting phase and charge? Wraith, yes, you can. So you can bring them on from... Now, Deep Strike is when you bring a unit on from outside 9 inches. In this particular situation, you'll be able to bring them on from outside 9 inches, but the stipulation is you must be wholly within 6 inches of the board edge. And then you shoot, use a command ability to move them, which is 12 inches, and then charge. Well, I mean, if you want to charge, but you're probably going to charge after you move him. So there we go. You need a hero to give them. Yes, you do need a hero to be able to use the command ability. But that's why, again, looking at the list just for a minute for you guys, inside Gavin's list, as you can see, he's got Doralia Van Denst and a Sorceress, although I think the Sorceress is staying at the back of the board with the Free Guild Crossbowman. Doralia Van Denst, who actually has got a pretty good shooting attack. She gets 2 shots, which are damage 2, unless you're shooting at a wizard or a character, which is damage 4. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Doralia come on and aim for Gorslav the Gravekeeper, but she probably won't be able to kill him. He's got 7 wounds and a 6-up save. And now the important part about Gorslav, I think I'm saying that right, Gorslav the Keeper, is you can use this. He's got a command ability at the end of the movement phase. You pick a summonable Deadwalkers unit, so that'll be those 60 zombies. Set up the whole unit within 9 inches of a friendly model with this command ability, more than 9 inches from enemy units. Oh, it's the top one. Thank you. Roll a dice before you allocate a wound or mortal wound to this model within 3 inches of any friendly Deadwalkers. On a 4+, that's negated. So that's going to make him more survivable. But the bit that's the reason that he's taken inside the list, so that's Keeper of the Corpse Garden. So that's the one who's in, I think he's currently to the right of us right now. So you can't quite see him. He's got the ability to set up a unit holding 9 inches, basically, if it dies. So he can replace one of those units of 60 zombies if he dies. and you don't have to roll for it like normal. So that's why Gorslav is so good inside this list. Thanks everyone for donating gift subs and being a babe. I hope you guys will enjoy it. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Also, don't forget it's midnight here in the UK, so I'm gonna. I don't know if I can keep this energy up till 3 a.m. That's what she said. So, thank you. Now, again, how did we get to this position? How did we get to this particular match today? Okay, so at the start of the day, Gavin and Levan were part of a top 8 who qualified from 176 players who played over the past 2 days at the LVO Age of Sigmar Championships. Gavin's path to victory for the day was first against Nighthaunt, I'm going to say. I'm going to find his path to victory out. I'm going to find his path to victory out in a minute. Oh, there we go. No. Oh, yes. Gavin played against Russ Tanner, so he played Ogres first. So he played Ogres first in round 1. And Levan played James O'Brien, who had the other Cities of Sigmar list. No, the other Stormcast list. So he played against Stormcast. Then in the semi-finals, Gavin played a Cities Mirror. And then Levan played against the Nighthaunt list. Oh, the other Stormcast list. There we go. Harambe's Hombres within Gavin. There we go. Jeremy with Phoenicium. Oh, no, sorry. Yes, Gavin beat Jeremy with Phoenicium. Thanks, chat. Hey there, Dorelia. What's it like in Las Vegas City? I know it's past midnight, but... Of course, that isn't a wizard, so Dorelia will need 2 to 3 turns. Thank you, Toriel Black. That's a good shout. I'd forgotten about that. It wasn't mirrors, actually like it counted cities. Interesting. Okay. Well, it's a Sunday for me, and I haven't paid super...
Monday.
Oh, it's Monday now. Did Nighthaunt Nagash make the top 8? Nighthaunt Nagash did make the top 8, and it lost in the first round. So there we go. I don't think we've seen anything else deployed yet. It looks like we might have seen our units of Freeguild Crossbowmen and Dread Spears deployed on the right-hand side by Gavin. Yeah, there you go. You can see that. Oh, there's Joe. Thanks, Joe. Joe just looking for some limelight, which is fine. So there we go. We can see Gorslav. Gorslav is located in the top right-hand corner. There you can see our unit of crossbowmen, and our unit of 30 crossbowmen is now in the middle of the board. Okay, so 6 objectives located in the middle of the board now. That's 30 crossbowmen. Now, those 30 crossbowmen are pretty good. Where's the Gargants? There are no Gargants in this particular match. Huh? Oh, there are no Gargants as a whole army, but there is a Gargant. There he is. 4 Drog Kicker. Yeah? Is it Drog Kicker or is it Drog Fort Kicker? That's the dyslexia. The Drog Fort Kicker, 35 wounds with a 4-up save. He's got damage 3 on his Fort Crusher Flail. Yeah, he's the output that's needed in this army. He's also a great character for holding objectives. He doesn't have the Mightier Makes Righty rule that you get inside of a Sons of Behemoth list, but you do... Gargant watch during the match. Okay, are we going to give a... When do we think the Gargant's going to die, chat? Do we think the Gargant's going to die? Do we think it's even going to die? Do you think it's dying turn 1? Do you think the Dragons are going to focus it? Because actually, Levan is asking a real good question of Gavin. Levan's like, can you kill 120 zombos? That's what I'm calling them now, zombos for the evening. Can you kill 120 zombos and a Mega Gargant? Who are you going to target first? What's your plan? Who are you going after? Interesting. Do you guys think Zimbos? Yeah, let's go. Thanks for streaming this. No problem. Fantastic. If they're smart, they'll kill the Gravedigger dude first. Gavin is pretty smart. Gavin's a very successful gamer. Again, if you guys want to type exclamation mark list. Oh, okay. So Gary is watching close by. Oh, we've just heard from the tabletop. As you can... who? Oh, Yuri. Thanks, Toxic. Thanks, Toxic Vamp, for donating 5 gift subs. If you look there, you can see Gavin has got an incredible track record here. 4-1, 5-0, 4-1. He's actually played 25 games of competitive Age of Sigmar 3 and has only dropped 4. If we compare that to Levan's played 10, he's dropped 5. So Gavin's win rate across a variety of different armies is much higher, although you do have to take into account the fact that Levan has been kicking ass in Las Vegas this weekend. So Beefy Crunch in the chat. Gavin beat me by Grand Strategy round 5. He has this great opponent. Weird Knobs in the chat. Big shout out to you. Big love to Texas. Doesn't really... these stats look good. Thank you, Warhammer Rob. Appreciate it. They're all done by our friend Ziggy, and the actual stats are done by Rob and Ziggy as a team. So shout out to them in the chat. So what have we got going down? We've got the 30. Oh, wait, are we getting the Storm Drake Guard deployed on the board? Interesting. They're not off board, chat. That's pretty huge. It's pretty huge. So those 4 Storm Drake Guard are not off board. Okay, so it looks like the Fulminators will be going off board. Looks like he's going to be running forward there with them. This is pretty hot. Yeah, wow. Putting them on the board. Going to be using the hero phase move on... Okay, so just hearing from our table boss, this is the first time that Gavin has ever deployed the dragons on the board. The first time. Oh wait, sorry. I've got that wrong. He's only reserved them once. He's only put them in reserve once in the entire tournament. So it looks like he's been putting them on the board as a big aggressive play. It puts a lot of pressure on your opponent, right? There's 4 dragons right in front of you. You know they've got the 24-inch move. So you're looking at them and you think, okay, how am I going to deploy on this flank now? And so they're a big bully piece, especially when he can then bring in the Fulminators in another flank to attack, which is pretty nice. Okay, so the Necromancer is behind the zombies in the center there. You guys can see. So that's a screen of zombies in the middle, and the Necromancer is also in the middle as well. So Levan does bat reps for Bulldog Hammer on YouTube. He's pretty good, and he's a lot more tournaments than 2, I think. Okay, well, those are just the ones that we've picked up. Again, just for you guys to see in the chat, those are the ones that we've kept track of so far. These are 2-day tournaments around the world. If there are more, then I'm sure there are more. Okay, but that's just what we've got at the minute, if that helps you. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you're right. There's no shooting in the Soulblight. Don't forget there are 4 Fulminators off board, but we've still got big Drog Fort Kicker to go down. I'm kind of rooting for him. We saw, obviously, Bill Sousa, the Suze, yeah, the Art of Suze. I need another Suze-based pun. Take Fort Kicker to an event previously with Flesh Eater Course. One of the few people to podium with Flesh Eater Course, or maybe the only this year. So this is pretty important. I don't know if Levan will have seen that and he decided to take it inspired by, or if lots of people running it at the same time. Yeah, that's right. You could say that he unblocked the Suez Canal of using Gargants in Death. Gavin has been running a variety of different lists, but has been dominating with them pretty heavily. So he's from Texas. Yes, so Levan and his brother both run a show called Bulldog. So if you are hype about Soulblight Gravelords, Bulldog Hammer is a YouTube channel you guys can go check out at any point. Yeah, so just to quickly bring up our poll, you guys in the chat think, oh, it is neck and neck in the chat. 52% of you think it's going to go to Cities of Sigmar, 48% to Soulblight Gravelords. Let's not forget, Gavin, with the Cities of Sigmar, has got got the choice for first turn. What do we think he's going to do? Do we think he's going to alpha in with the dragons, bring the Fulminators on, throw the crossbows out, or is he going to let Levan kind of unpack his army, move forward, create space to allow that deep strike? That could be a problem, though, because then that means Levan gets to control the board space more. He'll have big board control. He'll have great presence into the mid-board, which means maybe those deep strikes might not happen, but then he might drop from the back of the board. There's so much. Would you give the turn away? This is normally where I turn my co-commentator. My friend Matt is here. Matt, would you give the turn away?
No.
No. Okay, he's going to alpha the dragons and try to snipe Gorslav. I got to say, though, maybe he will try and snipe Gorslav, but 60 zombies work really nicely into dragons and high armor saves. It's a lot of mortal wounds that you can put out. It really, really is. If we just take a moment to check out Levan's path to victory yesterday, oh no, sorry, let me just check out his list. There we go. He beat Cities of Sigmar in round 1. He lost to our own man, Dayton O'Bray of the Party at the All Points podcast. So he lost to him. There's Dayton, as you can see there. Yeah, Dayton gave him a beating. Then Jack Ballard, he beat Jack Ballard, Stormcast Eternals. He beat David Gertz, Sons of Behemoth. And then he beat Aaron Newborn's Big War. So his path to victory was pretty heavy. Stormcast Eternals, Sons of Behemoth, Big War. A lot of those asking some big output questions. He's down, ladies and gentlemen. He is down. He kicks forts for a living. His name is Drog, and he is on the right-hand side. That's what he is. What are their grand strats? It's not on the list. Their grand strats are, we don't know. We don't know what their grand strats are, so I wouldn't worry about that. That'll come up at the end. But it might be good to know at some point if Dayton or one of our other bros can find out. Drog is on the right side of history here. That's correct. That's correct, Kenny. Is it true? I've heard this might not be true. Is it true that Gavin has offered to shave his beard off if he does lose in this final? I think that maybe is what is suggested. So Gavin has the battle line grand strat. Thank you. So normally, if we were doing proper coverage, I'd be able to press a button. So it's called hold the line. Was there no stream for AOS at LVO? There was no stream for AOS at LVO, so we've created our own thanks to Joe Dayton and the rest of the tough crowd. Look at the handshake! Oh, and the judge is in on it! It's going. Is he going to give the first? Is he taking the turn, or is he? What's he doing? Let's find out. Is he taking the turn, or is he giving the turn away? Gavin's got the choice. This is the stress. So just so you know, as we're looking at it, right-hand side, we've got the dragons, 4 fulminators off the board, 30 crossbows in the middle, 2 blocks of 60 zombies in the middle. And Gavin has... can I just clarify that there are 60 zombies? Can I kind of get a scan of the deployments, please? And Gavin has given the turn away. Gavin has given the turn away. So there you can see on the right-hand side, Drog... On the right-hand side, there's the Vengori Lord. All 60 zombies are deployed in the middle with Gorslav. That looks like bait to me, boys. Gorslav on the far right-hand side. Gorslav. Big bait. Look at that. That's hilarious. Love that. That's big bait. 2 times 60 zombies, yeah, in the middle. Thanks, coach. Wait, what's his first battle tactic, please? One more time, bit like closer to the mic or something. Ferocious advance. Okay, ferocious advance, obviously. Thank you. So his first battle tactic is ferocious advance. So that'll be run 3 units and make sure they're within 3 inches of each other. He doesn't have... he doesn't have 3 monsters. He's only got 2, so he won't get a bonus battle tactic. Drog and the Vengori Lord, don't forget, are on the far left-hand side. They do not have the range to go after those dragons turn 1. It's quite interesting how they've both deployed, right? Yes, he does have 1 wizard, the Necromancer, so he could metamorphosis. And we'll find out whether or not he... Well, we might find out whether or not he can catch it. What's that again? Oh, yeah, no, there are 3 wizards. Vampire Lord's a wizard, Necromancer's a wizard, and the Vengori Lord's a wizard. But the Vengori Lord's a monster, and Big Drog's a wizard. Big Drog is a monster, so he just needs a 3rd wizard, basically. Lol, how does this work? Vengori Lord negates -1. Yeah, it's good. It's good defense for Drog. Yeah, they're going to run together. I assume we're going to see the corpse cart is on the far left-hand side. So there's a corpse cart on the far left-hand side. He's going to be using that to screen. So that's the one that we're looking at right now. That's Levan with his Vyrkos. So there we go. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Thanks very much for tuning in. It's very fun to have you all here. Thanks again to Joe. Lol, I'm not convinced you don't know. Right, yeah. So lots of decisions here for Levan. I think Gavin maybe just playing for the double for the early night. He's playing a lot of Warhammer this weekend. He's like, look, I'm going to move forward. You're going to... Because the max zombie move we're going to see is a 12. It's... no, not as 12. It's going to be a 10. It's going to be a move. It's going to be a move 4, run 6. Maybe he'll run Drog forward. Can't see that happening. Can't see that happening. So Mystic Shield has gone off on the zombies in the center. That's interesting. This rules. Thanks, Jen Rob. No problem. No, my pleasure, chat. My pleasure. It might get real low energy towards the end, but shout out to Joe for doing it. Is this tooth and nail? No, just for everyone at home, again, not sure what battle plan we're playing. It's Feral Foray. So there are 6 objectives. There are 6 in your deployment, 6 in your opponent's deployment, and if, 3. 3 in your, 3, thank you. 3 in your, 6 in total, 3 in your deployment, 3 in your opponent's. If you get within an inch of the center of one not in your territory, so basically your opponent's, you can burn the objective. It actually doesn't say burn, it's actually raid. You can raid it, and that will gain you an additional victory point. But you cannot raid more than 1 objective per turn. Thanks to Coach for donating 1,000 bits to the show. That's very much appreciated, baby. Yeah, now I'm a bit like Levan. Obviously, look, Levan's taking. That's, by the way, the serious pose. If we just take a moment to look, 2 fists on. There's a lot of psychology in competitive Age of Sigmar and all competitive tabletop games. Actually, my friend Darren always says you should never let your opponent know that you're like overthinking. Should be motivated and keen. Some people don't care about the effect of that. I don't think Levan, big fella, imposing on the tabletop. Don't think he minds too much, truthfully. Gavin's looking pretty chill. In what is being, I mean, just a very classic Wargamer attire, like just some quality black tee and some cargo shorts. Levan not rocking a Canadian tuxedo. We're not seeing any kind of like check shirt from him. So I think the Mounties will be having a word in the future. Cargo shorts, thank you. Thanks, chat. Thanks. Yes, raiding the objective, sorry, just to quickly go back to it. When you raid the objective here, you basically get an extra victory point. So score 1 if you hold 1 objective. Score 2, or score an additional 1 if you hold 2, and then score another 1 if you hold more than your opponent. And then when you raid 1, you score an extra victory point, basically. There we go. So that's how Feral Foray works. Obviously, they've also got their grand strategy, which is worth 3. We know for a fact Gavin has got to keep all of his battle line units alive, and all of his battle line units are 30 crossbowmen, 10 free guild crossbowmen, and 10 dread spears, which is fine when you've got to deal with 4 Dracothian Guard and 4 Stormdrake Guard. And then he's got... that's what he's got to keep alive. And we don't know what Levan's is yet. We don't know what his grand strategy is at the minute. They're the same. Okay, they both have hold the line. Okay, so they've both got hold the line. So keeping those battle lines, keeping those blocks alive in the middle is going to be really important. He's going to take it off turn 2, the maple leaf pattern chest hair. That's pretty big. It's pretty big. Does Feral still have turn 3 destroy objectives? It's turn 2. It's turn 2 when you destroy the objectives. Huh? Oh, yes. Are there any prime objectives? That's what you're asking. Okay. There are are all the objectives prime? I think none of the objectives are prime. So you're right. Tectonic interference, or tectonic shift, whatever it's called. At the beginning of Battle Round 3, whoever goes second is going to get to destroy one of the objectives. I see what you're saying. That would be a smart play. Levan might just hold on to the mid-board, hold his 3 objectives, score his battle tactics, and then make Gavin have to commit, which is why he put out Gorslag. Don't forget, Gorslav, sorry, top right-hand corner. Gorslav's hold on the objective. That's a smart play. He holds out, and then he makes it so that Gavin has to come forward. Gavin's ability to hold the objectives isn't probably as good as Levan's, but Gavin's ability and Living City's ability to smash stuff is definitely in his favor. If I was Gavin, I probably wouldn't let those 60 zombies anywhere near my objectives, because you're going to be able to outscore my blocks pretty effectively, truthfully. I'm sort of wondering why there aren't any official The Honest Wargamer clear objective markers down. There are. They're down. They're on there. You just can't see them because they're good. Did they FAQ Feral Foray so they're all prime? Did they? Not that I know of. But if they are, let me know. If you guys have got a link to that in the chat, let me know. I don't know if they are. Winter is here. Yes. Gorslag. Yeah. Okay. So as you can see, Levan is moving. So as far as we know, he's only cast. We know he only cast Mystic Shield. We don't know what else he's done. There you can see he's moved his 60s. Drog and the Vengori Lord have moved forward on the right-hand side. Like, he is just saying to Gavin, look, let's have a fight on this front. He's moved forward his zombies in the middle. He's got his other brick of zombies on the left-hand side. I don't think he's screening Drog. I don't think we're seeing a screen on Drog there. So the other unit of zombies on the left-hand side are there as well. Okay, we're just the guys are just working out what they're doing right now. Zombies compiling 6 though. Zombies can pile in 6. That's good. He might be trying to bait him in. He might be like, look, charge into Drog, take Drog off, let me attack with my zombies, do my mortal wounds into your dragons. It's a very fair play. And Van Hels is also cast. It'd be great. Oh, no, I don't want to disturb them. Wait, the Van Hels is cast on who? On the unit in the middle. Oh, okay. Okay, so we've heard that we've got flaming weapons on the Vengori Lord, Van Hels on the unit of zombies in the middle. So, and they also have Mystic Shields, so that's pretty huge. So yeah, we do have the pile-in attack twice. So if Gavin gets within 6 inches of Drog, then we could get those zombies going and attacking twice into the dragons. Now, the big problem is that Gavin's got a unit of 30 crossbowmen in the middle of the board that he can fire off to start whittling down into. There you go. You can see the straight line there. And there you can see the rest of the zombies on that left-hand side. Now, to be fair, like, truthfully, Gavin's got to do a lot of work. It's 120 wounds in those zombies. And it's 35 in Drog. Let's not include the Vengori Lord for an additional 10, 11, 12. The important part to think about is the Vengori Lord is also reducing Ren down by 1. So actually, with a heroic their finest hour operating on Drog, he's going to go to a 3-up save, reducing Ren by 1, which pretty much negates the output coming out of those Stormdrake Guard on the left-hand side. Levan's done pretty well in the kind of deployment here. Yeah, those Fulminators also can come on, obviously, and they can shoot and they can also charge, so maybe we're going to see that. But if Gavin overcommits into Drog, let's say, on the far left-hand side, then those 2 bricks of zombies can hit. Similarly, if he goes into the zombies, he's got Gorslav who can bring them back. He can bring those zombies back as well. So whatever Gavin's choices are, they have to be pretty definitive. And when he does commit, he really he needs to actually pull out the damage. Because if he doesn't, Levan's kind of doing a Gargant thing. He's like saying, do you have the points to hold on here? But good rolls from the shooting from the dragons can eliminate things, saying in the chat. But bad rolls from the dragons can mean that we see no output. This is what I mean. We know for a fact. So yeah, any of those things could happen. Does he have blocks of 40s or 20 zombies? So if you guys want to tap exclamation mark list, you can see the lists. But also, I can just press a button so you guys can see right here. He has right there. You can see he's got 2 units of 60 Deadwalker zombies and 10 Death Rattle skeletons. Is what we're seeing in his list. A Vengori Lord. Oh, okay. We're just hearing something from the... What was the update? Sorry? Oh, perfect. Okay, so Drog, big fort kicker, did try to hurl his boulder at the Stormdrake, and he did not succeed. Looking to get some early chip damage into the Stormdrake Guard. Do we know... I don't think he got Metamorphosis off. Do we know if he got Metamorphosis? No Metamorphosis. So his Ferocious Advanced Battle Tactic, which is the first one he went for. So Levan turn 1 went for Ferocious Advance, and it's going to be 2 points. He holds 3 objectives, which means he's going to score an additional 2 points. So that's going to be 4 points for him in total. He doesn't hold more, so that's a turn 1 4 points. And now, that's right, Levan, I'd take a seat. You've done everything you can, fella. But I'm really proud of you. This is pretty good. You've done yourself proud to bring Soulblight Gravelords to the final. Now Gavin gets to make his choices. He's doing Monstrous Takeover. He's doing Monstrous Takeover. He is. He's doing Monstrous Takeover. Is he gonna go in? This is the real question, chat. This is it. I love this. I love this. This is a great angle for a shot as well. Look at Levan. He's like, I've done everything I could. I put my toys down. I screened out where I could. I got given the turn. Now I just might have to eat a massive, massive pile of Texan manure. Okay, so we just heard that the Vengori Lord. The Vengori Lord has done all Super Happy Tuesday. No, their finest hour, which is getting him +1 to wound, but most importantly, +1 defense. Levan seems to think that's more important than having put that on Drog Fort Kicker. So it looks like he wants to keep him alive as long as possible. So the Vengori Lord, which is on the left-hand side, just by that rock, as we're looking at it right now. So there's Drog. The dragons are in front of. There you go. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Dayton. So is Gavin going to go in? Now, I don't know loads about Texas Warhammer. I know that they're a pretty aggro crew. I know that they have the inter-city rivalry. I know that they play a lot of Warhammer and they're serious. Is this a pure aggro meta? Is it like the London meta where it's pure aggro? I'm excited to see. Are we going to see him go in and just go crazy? Maybe. Levan seems to think he is. Oh, Levan, you've done so well, man. So well. You've worked your ass off to get here. You should be so proud of yourself. Okay. It's going to be really interesting to see how this goes. Really interesting. There's our judge. Our judge is English. So shout out to the judge. This camera work is really pretty good. The camera work is pretty good. Thanks, crew. Just slow and steady wins the race on the camera work. Their brains must be frazzled after 8 games. Yeah, man. Like, imagine they played 2 today, 5 over the weekend, each one getting progressively more stressful. There's no way your sleep was, ferocious advance for Gavin, turn 1. Yeah. Wait, Gavin has taken Monstrous Takeover. Okay, Gavin has taken Monstrous Takeover. That's interesting. That means maybe he's not going to commit. Maybe he's not going to commit right now. What's he going to leave back? What is he going to leave back? Oh, wait, the coach is taking offense. He's Welsh, not English. Okay. Okay. You should tell him his team logo is terrible for Worlds. But we won't get into that right now. Cities of Stormstrike Dragons, there's currently 4 Fulminators in the forest with Doria. Yes, there are. Thank you. Just to keep everyone updated, we're in the bottom of round 1. What's happened in round 1? So as you can see, ferocious advance chosen by Levan. Gavin got the choice to go first. He gave the turn away. We saw the zombies in the middle. We've got Van Hell's Dance Macabre in the center. They've also got Mystic Shield. They've got Gorslav on the top right-hand side, Fork Drog Kicker, and the Vengori Lord in the top to the right, as you can see there near the Realm Gate. The dragons on the left-hand side are deployed. They're starting to move now, but we do have Deralia and 4 Fulminators off the board, basically. So 4 Fulminators off the board. So they and don't forget, because they're living city. Because they're living city, they are going to be able to move on. They've got a command ability in living city, basically. They are going to be able to come in from deep strike. Well, it's not quite deep strike. It's actually outflank. So you have to be still wholly within 6 inches of board edge. But you get a command ability for being in living city, which is pretty interesting. Can we just shout out the Phoenicium list that made it to the top 8 and made it to the last round? That's pretty fantastic. Yeah. so good. A Phoenicium list did super well and just got picked for coming into the final. That would have been pretty spectacular, truth be told. But Living City, which you are going to see a lot in competitive Age of Sigmar over the next few months, have got a command ability called Strike, then Melt Away. So if you do so, you pick a 1 Living City unit in the shooting phase that is more than 9 inches from any enemy units and wholly within 18 inches. And they're able to then move after they've shot. So there's 4 Fulminators, which are so much better on the charge. And also shout out Nighthaunt, Anthony Trentinelli, for getting in the top 8. That's incredible as well. And then he's got Doralia Van Denst, who's also in there. No, sorry, Nate Trentinelli. Sorry, Nate Trentinelli, the prettier Trentinelli. Sorry, I should have got that right. Okay, can we have a shot of Dayton, please? Sure, if we could get a shot of Dayton, that'd be nice. There's Dayton giving us the updates. There's Table Boss. And also Joe, if we get a flip on Joe. Joe, if you just get a camera flip to yourself for a minute. Joe's our cameraman for the day. Shout out, Joe. Thank you. You're angel. My Table Boss, Matt, is next to me. I can't actually not do anything without Matt. He's decided to sit with me in the booth while I'm commentating. So shout out to Matt as well. Camera selfie. This is how it works. I mean, this isn't a bad stream. Anyway, so we're at the bottom. We're at the bottom of 1. Okay, that's really important. Gavin turned the way. Gave the turn away. He had the choice. He gave the turn away. Cities of Sigmar gave the turn away. Texas gave the turn away. He decided, I'm going to put Levin under pressure, make him move into the midboard. And as you can see, Levin's done everything he can to try and stop. He's screened out really nicely with a corpse cart on the left-hand side there. If you just stay still for a minute, please, Joe. That'd be great. The Fulminators are on. So there's the corpse cart down there. You guys can see that. The corpse cart is on, screening out. And the Fulminators are also on right here. The dragons are on. So it looks like he's going all in my opinion. I think we're going to see. So they're the Fulminators. There's some arrows on the screen for you guys. And the dragons. And I think he's going all in. He's looking to take this portion of the board out. Don't forget, he's also on the other side of the board, over here, we've also got 30 crossbows. And then at the top, we've got our 260 zombies right here that he's up against. So those are the main pieces as we currently see it. That corpse cart is boned. That corpse cart is dead. It's full of dead. Yeah? A corpse cart of pure value. That's correct. It won't all fit into Drog. Don't forget, there's also a Vengori Lord. So as you can see, there's Drog and also a Vengori Lord. Is this the dragon shooting? I think this... We'll find out from our Table Boss in a minute. I think it might be. I think we might be at the end of the movement phase. The Fulminators are on. 2d6 and 1d3 mortals from the dragons into Drog. We'll find out. Looks like it might be going to the Vengori Lord. The Vengori Lord is out. He's taken the Vengori Lord out. 1 shooting attack. That's a bonus monster point. That's a bonus monster point. The Vengori Lord is a monster. That's 1 monster point this turn. Don't forget, you got in the finest hour. That's 4 dragons and their breath attack. First blood does indeed go to Texas. Yeah, that is pretty big. Yeah. So that is gone. Don't forget, Levan put on in their finest hour in the hero phase. Just super important to him that he kept that he kept the Vengori Lord alive. Or was it bait? This is the thing we don't know. These guys have made it to the final of a big event. Was it bait? Was he like, hey, I'm gonna put the protection on the Vengori Lord, hoping that he doesn't pump a load of damage into Drog? And then now, because Drog's got Ren 3, he could easily tank the dragons if they don't roll well enough. Yeah. And then, yeah, I did. Yeah. He's got loads and loads of options. And there's also -1 to wound coming from the corpse cart. Yes, wholly within 9. Wholly within 9. Is he playing for that? Good shout, Matt. Is he playing for that? And then he's got the unit of... Don't forget, the unit of zombies in the middle have got Van Hells. So they could potentially charge in, right? Well, they can pile in 6 and pile in twice. So 2 of the other top 8 players in the back of the board, at the back, just behind. Oh, okay. So one of the Trentinellis. But also Noah, who was in the final in the top 8 with his iron jaws. Don't forget, we've also got the crossbows, as has been pointed out in the chat. So those crossbows are in this bottom right-hand corner here. They'll be shooting. We'll find out who they're targeting in a minute. But it looks like... I don't think they're targeting Drog. They might be targeting Drog. So if you guys want to find out the rest of the list, I think the lists are all available on BCP, if you guys want to go check them out. I don't have all of the event results because I wasn't in Las Vegas. I'm in a studio in Nottingham. On my own. No, I'm not on my own. I'm here with Matt. Matt's helping me. Shout out to Matt. Come on, Matt. Get in. Get in. It's a team effort. Yeah. This is a community effort, this is. Joe and Dayton are bringing us the info. Sorry, can I just get the update, please? Do they also have Van Hel's on? Question mark. Oh, okay. So the unit of so the crossbows in the middle didn't target Drog, and we're just hearing that they targeted the unit of crossbows in. The unit of zombies in the center. So crossbows, if we can crossbows into zombies in the middle. They have Mystic Shield on, and they also have. There you go. There you can see. They have how much? 23 damage. Wow, 33 damage to the zombies from the crossbows. That's a unit of 60 zombies. So that's taken them down to half strength already. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. Crossbows being, watch him come back now. So Toriel thinks they'll come back. Don't forget, we have the priority roll coming next. This is a bottom of turn 1, and we still haven't got, the command ability hasn't been popped. Yeah, the dragons haven't moved. The dragons in that back right-hand corner have not moved. Okay, which is just wild to me. As you can see, Monstrous Takeover was chosen by Gavin. So maybe just looking to do that now. I would expect to see the Fulminators move using the command ability, and then have them go into Drog. So that would be here. But I'm actually pretty surprised at the moment that. Okay, we've also got 10 more crossbows, which are also being shot as well. So everyone's thinking he's conservative. So we're hearing he might be conservative turn 1, looking for turn 2. Maybe he doesn't. I did say I don't think maybe he wants to overcommit. He doesn't want to overcommit. If he doesn't get the priority roll, what happens? Drog charges. The zombies don't charge maybe into the middle of the board. Long bomb charge, though. It looks like he could do it. Long bomb charge into the middle, into the dragons. Maybe he wants to use the stand and shoot ability from the dragons just to do some chip damage into Drog as he charges. Who's charging the zombies? Oh, the last 10 shots in the shooting phase. We're in the shooting phase right now. Yeah. They shot into some more zombies as well. So we just lifted a few more zombies. The dragons do have to stay for Monstrous Takeover. So Gavin has gone very conservative with his turn 1. And Drog has also lost 5 wounds. 30 wounds left on Drog in the middle. 30 wounds left on him. Pretty amazing. Okay, so we've already lost a Vengori Lord. We lost 5 wounds on Drog at the moment. And the Fulminators are moving. The Fulminators have used the command ability, and the Fulminators are moving, having shot. There we go. They are moving forward. They have got their eyes on Drog. Who had the vote on Drog in the chat? You said he was going down turn 2. We might see Drog go down turn 1. Is this what we're going to see? A Vengori Lord and Drog down turn 1. Maybe Levan doesn't mind. Maybe he's like, really, I'm going to punch through you with loads of zombies. I mean, I'd probably mind. Depends on the charge rolls. It's true. Are we going to see a redeploy? So he's got a 6-inch... Yeah, yes, of course you can't redeploy. Thank you. You can't redeploy in the shooting phase. Yeah, thank you. And it's a 6-inch charge. Is that what I'm hearing? 6-inch charge. 6-inch charge. Okay. Now, if they're in range of the corpse cart, then they will be -1 to wound, which could mean Drog is in an okay place here. right? I'm not saying perfect. So Drog did also unleash hell, and he missed. That's excellent. That's absolutely excellent. He's like, oh, how dare you come near me, you dumb Stormcast. He's got one shot, but it does damage 4. So, I mean, it would have been close. He could have taken out a Fulminator. So they didn't make the charge. They did make the charge. The Fulminators made the charge into Drog. It was a 6-inch charge, and they made the charge. Okay? But it looks like we're only going to be able to activate with 2, maybe 3. We'll find out in a minute. Okay, and they also, this is really important, they've also got a 6-inch stick on the board to make sure they're staying outside of 6 inches. So, Joe, just hold still for a minute, please. Just stay still. So, as you can see here, there's a unit of zombies that lost 34 in the last turn. 34 from the crossbows over here. So these crossbows shot into the zombies. They, so the crossbows shot 34 damage into these zombies. These zombies have got pile-in attack twice, and he's keeping outside of 6 of them with the Fulminators to make sure they can't hit. So we've just heard out the all-out attack on the Fulminators and all-out defense has been activated on Drog. This is really the rock and the hard place. Yeah? Will Drog survive? Big Fulminator, 4 Fulminators versus Drog. Huh? 17 saves. Gee, these are from the glaives. Yes, yeah, he stomped them. He didn't roar. Wait, 15 are through. 15 went through. 15 went through. Is that right? Am I hearing that right? For 45 damage. 45 damage from the Fulminators. Drog is dead. Drog is dead. That's 45 damage, baby. That's 45 damage. So Drog is also down. Drog is down. Yeah, and see, Gavin has been a little bit over the top there, because having killed both the Vengori Lord and also Drog, he has lost himself a victory point. Scored a bonus victory point for obviously killing a monster. He's killed 2 this round, and if anything, that's kind of greedy. Classic Texas is what I say. Yeah, what do you need? More land, more points. Oh, okay, and then if you stay still for a second, Joe, and if you look, Gavin's Fulminator also grabbed this bottom right-hand objective right here, and then we've got the priority roll coming up. So that's going to be a bonus point for a monster, 3 for the primary, and then his battle tactic, monstrous takeover. So, yeah, 6. Sorry, can we get the update on that? Gavin, Texas, Cities of Sigmar, USA, rolled a 6. Levan, Toronto, Bulldog Hammer, rolled a 1. That is he taking the turn? Is he taking the turn? It looks like it, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it's not breaking my heart because it's not getting to round 5, so I could be home in bed, which is pretty good. Yeah, but it's pretty good. And yeah, you're right. That's big. That's big Fs. Big Fs in the chat. But listen, Levan knew what he was facing. He knew what he was facing. He's won. Now, listen, don't be like that. I've watched some games. And this, I mean, I wish it had gone a bit longer. I prepped the holding screens and all sorts of stuff. Like, look at that. There we go. Levan will pull through. Oh, wait, hold on. He may have given it away. He may not have taken the turn. Don't tune out yet. Literally anything could happen. We're going to hear right now. It's pretty hot stuff. Okay, we're just seeing. Why would he not take the turn? That's a great question. I don't know. He's in a very dominant position. Maybe he just wants to. Maybe he's showboating. He is Texan after all. Yeah. Oh, okay, no. Gavin is going first. He's chosen broken ranks, the battle tactic, and he has chosen the unit of zombies in the middle. Like, that is like, downside of taking the turn now would be dragons. So we're just hearing an update from the table. What is that? Gavin is going in. Yeah, he is not messing around. He is taking the turn. It's pretty brutal. I won't lie. It's pretty brutal. But we'll see. We'll see what. I mean, we'll see. Gavin has won every game this weekend. Like, there's a reason why. Gavin's played some solid Warhammer, but look at that output. Those dragons didn't even charge. They shot. Those 30 crossbows shot. Yeah, this is good. This is strong. Yeah. Is it true that Stormcast are just stronger in living cities? It's the real question. I mean, we've got to shout out for Levan getting here with a Soulblight Gravelords list. It's phenomenal work. He'll have worked so hard this weekend. Yeah. And to come second is still not bad. Yeah. But we don't know if it's all over yet. Right? Yeah. We'll see. There's so much. Of course it feels over, but it's a dice game. It's true. It does feel that way. And you're right. Listen, I've commentated a lot of games. Okay? I've seen all sorts of business. Anything could happen. Right? I've seen some mad stuff. I've seen more than one person, more than one, at an international team tournament fail Ferocious Advance. And once you've seen that, you don't think anything can't happen anymore. There we go. Come on, Canada. Come on, Canada. Hold the line. You know, you're facing the double. It's probably not what you wanted around like your 8th game of the event. Let us know who you're rooting for in the chat. It's looking, yeah, Gavin's thinking it through. Look at this. Even with all that output, even with the Fulminators, even with the Dragons, he's thinking about it. He's taking his time. You tend to find some players get too aggro. They get too aggro. Any half-decent player would have brought a Nagash. That's true. It's true, chat. There we go. The Dragons are hero phase moving into the middle of the board. Don't forget that unit of zombies in the middle is broken ranks. What is left for Levan? He's got that unit of half strength 60 zombies. I think we're down to about 24 zombies in the middle, which is a broken ranks target. Top right hand side, we've got ourselves another 60 zombies and Gorslav. Sorry, 23 zombies. And at top right hand side, we've got 60 zombies and Gorslav. We got the corpse car or the cart of Win on the far left hand side, waiting to do it. These guys must have, yeah. Yes, come on, chat. Let's just cheer for the underdog. We don't know how it's gonna go. I mean, to be fair though, if those crossbows shoot again, they should just wipe out the middle unit anyway. That should happen. Okay, so he used the hero phase move now on the dragons. He did. So the hero phase move on the dragon has been used. That's on their war scroll. It's once per game. They've moved into the middle of the board. Now they're able to charge, run, could be anything. We don't know. Like what they're going to do. They're probably going to shoot. But they don't have lots of options on where they're going to go. They've killed too much on this side of the board. That's the major issue. They've left themselves out a little bit. Yeah, they're going to move again, but it's only 12 inches, right? Is he going to throw them into the zombies in the top right-hand corner? I'm not sure. Also, don't forget when these, Joe, if you could just hold still for 1 second, please. Don't forget that we have a grave site here, and we have a grave site here. So this grave site in this bottom right-hand corner could come pretty clutch, because this unit that's about to get murdered in the middle could get brought back from the... Oh, no, did they come back from the back of the board? Or the gravesite? Gravesite. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, Levan's got some options. Yeah, I still think it's a Sigmar play, obviously. Like, I think he's very much the beatdown in this particular... look, let's not sugarcoat it, boys, right? Let's get serious. And ladies and MBs in the chat, right? It's looking pretty good for Texas, right? They're looking pretty happy, right? But let it not be said that Toronto would let that slide. Let it not be said, okay? Yeah. I like how streamers better than Games Workshop's on Frontline's official streams. Oh, thanks, little Marathi. Appreciate you. It's because we're brilliant, because we're community orientated. Literally, we've got Joe and Dayton being table bosses on the other side of the world. I'm in England. Matt's here helping me with the overlays, right? It's because we do this for a living. We don't make toys for a living. We do live coverage for a living. It's very different. It's very different. Yeah. You guys have a great YouTube channel as well. Oh, thanks. Oh, that's nice, yeah. Loads of love. Anyway, if you guys like this sort of coverage, well, not like this. Normally, we won't have Joe with a phone walking around. We will be doing live coverage of the AOS Worlds, which is the international team tournament for the different world's nations. You can find out more about that on the Honest Wargamer and the T-Sports Network, where we'll do the coverage. We'll also be doing the WTC, which is the World Team Championships for 40k, which we'll also be doing coverage of. We did coverage of the Six Nations, which was England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, Republic of Ireland, Northern Ireland, sorry, and Sweden, all playing just in November, just gone, which was won by Team England. So we do live coverage a lot, which is pretty nice. As with the rest of the world, when Team America is going to show up with 3 ITC winners. So the Barrack Dur, it's pretty interesting. If you are US-based, and we are on US time, a lot of the rest of the world don't really pay a lot of attention to the ITC scoring. Maybe they will now more, with obviously Games Workshop being in bed with them. Thanks, by the way, for donating £10 to the show. That's very lovely of you. You will be amazed. I'm pretty certain America's going to do well at Worlds, but I would say that they're in the top 5 potential take out the event. England and Wales definitely up there. There's some good teams, Australia maybe a hot pick. So if America ever realizes the power of Fulminators, I expect them to invade England. Sure. Look at that. Can we just shout out the judge as well? The judge is doing some wonderful work there. Imagine just silently watching a game of Warhammer for 3 hours. I wouldn't be able to stop shouting. Yeah, that's what table bosses do. Thanks. Stayed up. Shout out from Sweden for 2 a.m. Stayed up. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. So big love to all of you. Team Australia for the win. All right, well, let us know. So, yeah, we'll be doing lots of live coverage over the next year. So if you are interested, subscribe, like, all that other jazz. Okay, so just to give you an update, if you've just joined us, Levan versus Gavin, you can type !list. You'll get the lists in the chat. You can check them out. What happened? So Gavin got the choice with the Cities of Sigmar army whether or not to go first. He had 4 dragons. That's a good point, Dan. 4 dragons, and he had 4 fulminators in a Cities of Sigmar list with 30 crossbows as well in the list. It's !list, by the way, chat. In his list, as well as Doralia Van Dent in a Living Cities army, which allows him to deep strike a unit. He put 4 fulminators off the board. Levan, with his Vyrkos Soulblight Gravelords list, had 2 blocks of 60 zombies, Drog Fort Kicker, and also a Vengori Lord. They're on that right-hand side. If you just stay still for a minute, Joe, they're on that left-hand side. There's Doralia, thank you. They were here. Gavin gave the turn away. Levan did what he could. He did a lovely play turn 1. He left Gorslav, that top right-hand corner, out as bait. If you go back and watch that video, it was like, I liked it a lot. Gorslav obviously super good with the zombies, but he was like, look, I'm not going to be able to stop you from shooting it with Dragonfire, so there's a big tasty bit of bait. Bring your fulminators on and kill it. Give me the option, and I'll countercharge. Gavin didn't take that. Gavin with a very conservative turn 1. So Levan, being given the turn in turn 1, moved into the midboard. He chose Ferocious Advance. He held 2 objectives, got himself 4 points on the first turn. Gavin's first turn was significantly different. He brought on his fulminators. He shot with his fulminator and his dragons, and he took off the Vengori Lord that was here. Then we got Drog Fort Kicker in the center. He also then died to a charge from fulminators. He took 45 damage, and then we also lost 34 34 zombies in the middle from the crossbowmen. Then we had the priority going into turn 2. It looks like Texas, the USA, and Gavin won the priority on a 6, and now we're seeing the double. We've had the dragons move into the middle of the board. If you just slow down a minute, Joe. We've had the dragons move into the middle of the board, as you can see there. The battle tactic for this turn is broken ranks. He has decided he has decided to choose the unit of zombies in the middle. He hasn't taken them out yet. We've only seen the hero phase move, and then maybe we've seen the movement phase move, but that we've still got the crossbows in the middle to shoot, the dragons, the fulminators. It's looking pretty good for Gavin to take out the LVO in 2022. He's going to be very happy about that. Thanks to Sloss of the Round for donating 1,000 bits. Thanks to anyone who subscribes or donates some bits. That's very much appreciated. Yes. So what happened? Yeah, 18 wound vampire. No, it's not 18 wounds on the Vengorian Lord. It's 12. Is it? 12 wounds on the vampire, 35 wound Mega Gargant, and 34 zombies in the first turn. You are absolutely correct. I think he will not want to kill them dragons and get the extra point. That's true. Games Workshop makes it. Go on. He is going to want to kill them with the dragons because, of course, the battle tactic Broken Ranks is destroy a battle line unit. Those zombies are battle line. So those are the zombies that are here. He's going to want to charge and kill them with the dragons because, obviously, he gets the bonus 1 point for doing it with the battle tactic. He's already 2 points up in this match. And significant, and probably importantly, also 800 points up as well, which is pretty significant if we're honest. Yeah, this is probably close to over, but we don't know. Double one charge. Could we see a redeploy? There's loads of things. I've seen games turn around. Not maybe the games this far. Yeah. I mean, that bunch of zombies is probably dead. It's actually 120 zombies. But yeah, it's 30 zombies are currently left. Tell Gavin to get a proper mask for his beard. It hurts. It's true. Like this is anything could happen, chat. Right? Like this isn't me trying to like just egg the game on. I'm sat comfy in a chair. I'm just saying, like, it's exciting to be here to cover this final. So thank you to Joe and Dayton for being legends, basically. Cragbro could show up. No one wants Cragbro to show up. This could be a bigger comeback than... Yeah, it could be. What are the crossbows? Is it the dwarf gun dudes? No. So the crossbows... Just stay still for a minute, Joe. That unit right there, those are the crossbows. So they're free guild... They're free Guard crossbows. Don't forget, this isn't a Stormcast list. This is a Cities of Sigmar list. So again, okay, the Stormdrake Guard did not fail their charge. We've just heard they rolled a 9. What did they shoot? They rolled a 9. They rolled a 9. That's pretty good. So they're going to go into... What did the dragons shoot? Can I find out? Do we? Oh, we don't know. Yeah, it's Living Cities. Yeah. It's as it says on the overlay, top left-hand side for you guys, Living City... which means it's a Cities Sigmar list versus Vyrkos Dynasty, which is a Soulblight Gravelords list. This was the dream, though. This was the dream. Levan had all of our hopes. We had Ogres, Nighthorn, and Soulblight Gravelords in the top 8 for LVO. Nice spread of different armies. We had Stormcast and Living City, of course. But the Ogres making it was pretty good. So the Fulminators have only made a 3-inch charge. Okay. I mean, 2 double-1 charges would have been quite interesting. Now, one of the things that was very interesting that we didn't see from Levan, we did not see the zombies rally at the start of turn 2. You can do it at the beginning of each hero phase. They weren't locked in within 3 inches. They weren't locked in within 3 inches, so they could have rallied, and he'd lost nearly 40 at that point. So you would have hoped he'd got some back. But looks like he didn't get that. Okay, so the dragons have stomped the zombies, right? The dragons have stomped the zombies. Okay, and how much did they do? Oh, half. Okay, so if you just look, chat, the crossbows in the center shot into the other unit of zombies on the right-hand side. And so that's the crossbows here, and they took out about half again. A big half again. Oh, this is not looking good. It's not looking good. Shout out to Levan in the chat, please. Levan. I'm just trying to say it right. And if I haven't, I'm sorry. Big shout out to him. Like, allowing us, and both players, 26 zombies are left in the other group. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. So much power projection. You're correct. There's so much range. There's just a lot of raw damage. It's exclamation mark lists in the chat for you guys. Texas plays big. It's true. Shooting seems fine. Yeah. The crossbows. So the crossbows are an interest. So we've just heard out that the zombies have done all-out defense. That's that's a Hail Mary. That is a Hail Mary. I'm going to all-out defense these zombies. I'm proud of him. I'm absolutely proud of him that he's did that. Tell him. Well, don't tell him he's a legend. Let him play his game. But like, it's very kind of them both to let us do this. Who am I looking for? The crossbows. Yeah. So if we just look at the free guild crossbowman, he's got a brick of 30 of them. They've got 24-inch range, 1 attack, 4s and 3s, no rend, and damage 1. But you get to add 1 to the attacks characteristic of the crossbows if it has 10 or more models. So he's going to be doing 60 attacks from the free guild crossbows with +1 to hit from all out attack. Okay, and we're just seeing all of the attacks now. Can't a unit of zombies still come back? They can chump hammer. A unit of zombies can come back from a gravesite. So there's still some place. If you look in the bottom right-hand corner, Deralia Van Denst, the vampire hunter. Yeah, I mean, zombies will do in a pinch. If you're a vampire hunter, you'll be like, do you know what? Zombies will do. So guarding this bottom right-hand objective. Listen, chat. We've got a lot of hope pinned on that corpse cart. Yeah? We got a lot of hope on that corpse cart on the left-hand side. Could the corpse cart do all of the work that we always needed it to do? Okay, the Vampire Lord, who is in the middle, by the way. So a Vampire Lord on foot has killed a Fulminator fighting back. Vampire Lord did 9 damage, which is pretty good. Come on, can we get some love for the corpse cart in the chat? I got a lot of hope for the corpse cart. Okay, so that Fulminator is dead. We've lost a Fulminator, so that will actually be the first model that Gavin has lost this game. Okay, not many more to go, really. It's more of an elite army. Levan can really afford to lose quite a lot of models. He has started with a lot. Is the corpse cart a chariot? You know it's a chariot. 2 wheels and can pull. We're just getting a point update now. I'm pretty certain, and this will be dragons. Okay, so okay, wow. Okay, so he's cleared the zombies in the middle, achieving the battle tactic, which is 2. He holds 2 objectives and he holds more, so that's 3. So for a total of 5. He's done the battle tactic. He's done the battle tactic with a monster at 6, and then he's burnt an objective. So that is a 7-point swing for Gavin. He scored 7 points that turn. Yeah. Yeah. He held 3. He held 3. He scored his battle tactic on the monster. That's another 3. And then he burnt an objective. That's 7, baby. That's 7. Let's get those 7s in the chat. That's a... Okay, Levan's straight in. He's been planning this turn for 20 minutes. Let's go. Okay, so corpse cart. We've got our hopes on the corpse cart. The corpse cart could do so much work. Okay, could the corpse cart take out? So Levan's bringing out a unit of 30 zombies. Is that what we're hearing? Okay. So Levan's bringing back a unit of 30 zombies from a gravesite. Look at it. We got a game. Get the double. Get the double. Come on. Let's go. Let's go, Canada. Okay, so he takes it. Oh, hold on. We got a handshake. I got too hype. I think that's a handshake. I think it's a call game, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's a called game. And that's right. There he is on the screen for you guys to look at. The winner of LVO 2022. Oh, that's lovely. The winner, Gavin Greigar. There he is. The winner of the LVO 2022. Congratulations to Gavin, to the USA, to Texas. That's fantastic. Shout out to Joe. Shout out to Joe. Maybe we could get a chance to talk to Gavin if he wants the opportunity to talk. Yes, Gavin! Congratulations! 500 people! Tell us what you think. 500 people watching. What's it like to win LVO 2022? Yeah, baby! Congratulations! Well, how was your game? Was it good? Did you have fun? Oh, wait. Gavin, I missed all of that. I didn't turn the audio on. I'm so sorry. It's a bit of a hack.
Perfect.
Please tell me again. What's it like to win? What's it like to win?
It's pretty awesome, dude. So, yeah, like I was saying with the game, I was really kidded to deal with Soulblight Gravelords really well if he's going to walk zombies into the middle of the board, which is what he wound up doing. I had the crossbows in my deployment zone, zoning him, and he kind of had to walk into me with the way he deployed.
Do you?
The chatter's saying
No, I can hear you. I can hear you.
So
You're
he walked
good.
into
You're
me.
good. Please carry on.
And so, okay, so with crossbows, the free guild general can make me +1 to hit and +1 to wound if I stand still. So it wound up being 80 crossbow shots, hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s. And so I was able to kill zombie bricks, basically 1 zombie brick at a time. And I got the double turn, so I killed all of his zombies. I think he made a little bit of a zoning error when he brought up his Vengorian Lord with his giant. And I was able to kill both his Vengorian Lord and his giant on my turn 1 with the dragons and the fulminators with the breaths plus the damage from the fulminators. And I was just kind of kidded to deal with that kind of list. So he was going to fight uphill the whole time anyways. And the mission just made it that much worse on Feral Foray because I can cut off board edge and cause a ton of pressure on his flank. And then I can move my dragons up in the middle and create a ton of pressure there. So he just didn't have the damage to zone me out or push me off. And we called it after my turn too.
A phenomenal result. Like, I was actually really impressed. Sometimes I think people play quite aggro, but you played a very conservative turn 1. Like, have you been doing that all weekend, or was that just the list you were playing against?
Yeah, so my living city is tooled to play that way. So I always want to put you on the top of the turn because I want to threaten you with my double turn. And the way he set up, he didn't threaten any of my damage or any of my map control on turn 1. And so I just played for the damage into his 2 monsters, and then I doubled him, and I was able to apply my damage into the center of his army. And that's kind of how it went. Perfect result for me. All the dice fell my way. But LeBron was a great opponent. Phenomenal result to go 4-1 and then make it into the top 8 and then beat the players that he did to get to the final, especially with that army and against the class of players that he was against. So really hats off to him.
That's great of you to say. I agree. What was your toughest match of the, because this is a huge run, 8 games in a row. What was your toughest match?
So it happened on day 1 on game 2. I pulled daughters and he was lower drops than me, made me go first, which I hate doing. I played a little conservative, attacked his bow snakes, but wasn't able to do as much damage as I liked. He played aggressively and doubled me, so we were in for a dogfight. That's the only game I didn't get my grand strategy because he killed everything except my fulminators and my dragons, but they kind of carried me through the game because with Iron Oak Skin and Mystic Shield on my dragons, they were able to keep Marathi at bay, not take damage, and then tag her with her 3 wounds and keep that clock rolling on her. And at the end of turn 3, what actually decided, which was great, was for me, awful for him, and like one of the weirdest results I've ever seen. He was on 1 wound with Marathi, and he miscasted and died. And that was kind of where we called it. But that was the game that was closest for me.
Incredible. Like, again, congratulations. Before we go, because obviously you want to go celebrate, you got any shout-outs? Anyone you want to like, big up? Like your mates back at home?
Yeah, dude. So, of course, I've got a club called Harambe's Heroes. It's the gorilla here. Harambe was a gorilla who died in 2016. I know y'all don't know about it in England. But so we're the heroes of Harambe. And we've got a nice Harambe on a cross in front of the Cincinnati Zoo on fire here. So that's my club. That's kind of what we're about, you know, the short of it at least. I'd love to shout out them. Love to shout out the Tough Crowd guys. They had a great showing as a team this weekend. I think there must have been 7 or 8 of them in the top 20 or 25 or so. Yeah, these guys. They're pretty good, but not quite as good as me, unfortunately. But it feels great to win LBO. Everything fell in my place. With 8 games, you have to get lucky. And I was able to avoid Dragon Mirrors all weekend, which was huge for me because that's a dice roll type game. We're rolling for priority, and it's a coin flip. So avoiding those matchups was huge. And then playing 7 out of 8 of my opponents were higher drop than me. So me being able to put them on the top of the turn also is huge for my game plan too. So everything fell in place. And that's probably what happens for most people who win LBO. So still surreal.
Dude, I'm so, you've been a
Great
name on BCP for me for a while, but a huge congratulations. I'll let you go now and celebrate with your friends, but thank you so much for agreeing to the interview, and congratulations. Well done. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
I could try.
Finally get my name
I try.
Right. So we'll see it. All right, we're going to give you over to
yeah, that would be great. Here, so, that would be great. Yeah, let's go, Levan.
Levan, come on over. Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Hey, Levan, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hey, bud.
Hey.
Oh,
yeah,
great to hear from you. How was that? That was number one. Congratulations! What an amazing run with an army. Like, you should be so proud.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it was a tough game for me. I think it was a little bit one-sided. There was 6 objectives. I had to spread out to, he's from living cities, so I had to be like all around the board. I even didn't know what to do. If I stay, he shoots me. If I had to go all in, and he shot me. So I don't know. 45 wounds to my giant. He shot my Vangorian Lord, and then 40 shots to my zombies. I really didn't know what to do, and lost the double turn. I don't know. It was a very tough game, and Gavin is an incredible player. So
you should be.
It is what it is.
Yeah, you should be so proud.
I'm proud.
You should be so proud. Like, congratulations. You have a gaming channel we can watch if we want to watch more, right?
Yeah, it's a Bulldog Hammer. I'm hosting with my brother Yuri, who was my coach. Yuri, the Russian Fury. Big thanks to him. Thanks to all my Canadian friends who participated in this tournament and who support me. Thanks for all the Growth Gang, X Planet, Seasons of War, Knights of Fire from Canada. We have great community. Thank you guys for support, because my phone was ringing constantly with supporting messages. So it was great. And I hope that Nagash is proud of you too. So.
I already know that I like you loads. It's lovely talking to you. I'll let you go now and enjoy yourself. But again, thank you so much, Levan. You have a great day.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thank you. See you
too.
soon.
Thank you so much. You too.
Lovely. Okay. Well, Joe, do you want to take us out? Hi, Joe. Jay, how was that, buddy? Tell us about it.
That was good. That was a crazy game, right? Like that double turn was intense. I think Gavin played it 100% correctly. The dragon fire went off. He had a few games this weekend that he said that his dragon fire just turned off. Mine turned off too. I mean, like, and a few of those games with dragons can be pretty swingy. They're really good, but can be swingy. And getting that 12 wounds on the Vangorian Lord in the first turn, just right off the top, just no effort, like deletion of that monster is a really big deal in that game. And then 4 fulminators charging anything is a bad day for your opponent.
I agree.
So that 45 damage, because like that was before the dragons even swung with the fulminators, right? So you had 12 more attacks. And then there's Dayton. This is my father, everyone. Hello. I mean, he knocked my hat off. So
hey, well, I
want
to say thanks to both of you. Thanks to both of you for helping. There was like 500 people were able to enjoy Warhammer thanks to you. So a special thanks to both of you. You're both legends.
And I'm really bad at names, but this charger is not mine. So thank you for him for letting me borrow this charger for this event. He's over here somewhere.
Well, Joe, we all love you.
But he's
Joe
actually
Dayton,
a hero.
Huge love to both of you. You're fantastic human beings. Can't wait to see you again. Thanks very much. We're gonna end it now so I can get some sleep. But massive love. See you soon, superstars. Huge love. See you soon. Bye. What a bunch of legends. Okay, all right. Well, that's it. That's it from the LVO 2022. Congratulations to Gavin. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Not bad. We hacked together a pretty good show. I'm actually pretty impressed, if I'm honest with you. I mean, we could have done better if we were there, but I don't think we did bad. So if you do ever want coverage anywhere in the world, do let us know. That's what we do for a living. Shout out to Matt You guys see him off camera, as always is. And a special shout out to Joe and Dayton again, and both of our players. The coach, a special shout out also to the Norn as well, especially for just being an absolute treasure. Just give me a second to make sure. Yeah, Scott Reed. Special shout out to Scott, the TO, for allowing us to do that for you guys to enjoy it. So it's 2 a.m. I'm going to go to bed. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Obviously, we'll do more coverage on this Wargamer. I'll be live tomorrow talking about Warhammer. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Loads of love. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to subscribe on Patreon or here to help us out, that would be great. Good night, and thanks for tuning in.